Alright, so I just took another job, but before I do that, I just looked at the money I have, and I have like 13,000, which is a lot, but it's like two jobs worth more or less, or even less than two decent jobs worth of money, because I spent a lot. I had 22,000, and just from the trip of going from where I was to the next service, I spent nearly 10 grand just doing that, all in speeding fines and accidents and on servicing the truck and whatnot, so that's not very good. Another thing here, on the company manager, which is something I should start paying attention to, I have basically two garages right now. This is the one I started, which only has one truck available to it, or one slot, whatever, which is the one I have, and there's another truck, so I hired the driver for it, but I still haven't figured out how to get a truck to this place, because oh, I could upgrade this one. Or this one. How much is the upgrade? Oh, 180,000. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that anytime soon. So the revenue is quite high in this one. And again, I have a truck driver. I need up, which is costing me something. I don't know how much it's costing. I know she's not very... Okay, so it's not $173 out of... Okay, that. So... Okay, I know she's not very experienced, but it was the only person available. And I kind of did it without thinking too much, in the sense that now I gotta go find a truck, but every time I go and buy a truck, it just says replace, not buy a new one, so don't quite understand that too well just yet. So I'm gonna have to think about that eventually, but yes, definitely needs more income in, because all the money I had is pretty much gone. And yeah, okay, this way. This is probably not going to be enough. No, it isn't. Okay. I know what to do. I'm gonna try and go next to it. Kind of. Oh, okay, that was a bit too much. And then, yeah. Now adjust myself accordingly. Like that. Yes. And like this. It's gonna take me nearly 3 minutes just to attach to this trailer. There you go. Oh, that was a bit too high. Alright, let's exit this place the same way I've entered, hopefully. Hey, 1% damage already. And that is because I always go too fast. I always speed up in these places. I don't think that's too heavy, because I can still speed up quite significantly. So, because of that problem I told you guys, that I drove around to this point in the game. Of course, I'm gonna have to back it up. So I drove. Come on, you can do it. I drove all across the country to this area that I'm in right now, and for a 9 grand job. And of course, by the time I got here, the job was gone. So what I've done then after, because this keeps happening, it's quite annoying. What I've done after was, instead of looking for the highest paying job, I looked for the jobs in the town that I was. And again, this wasn't the highest paying one, but it was one that was close by and I could get it, because sometimes you think, go for the one that pays you the most, but by the time you get there, it's gone. And that's, I suppose, a problem still, because I don't remember ever having this issue on Euro Truck Simulator, where if you go for a job no matter how far you drive, it's still gonna be there. Of course, the jobs do change, and you'll find new ones all the time, but they don't just disappear on you, you know, within driving time. Because even though I got tons of fines, always speeding to get to the job just so it wouldn't go away, it didn't make much difference because, yeah, it was gone anyways. Another thing is, I had 31% damage on the truck, and that only took about 3 grand to fix. Whereas in Euro Truck Simulator, and I know I keep mentioning it, but again, you know, it is in the same world. It would cost a lot more than that. It would cost like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 100 just to fix that much amount. Oh, didn't even have to brake here. To fix that amount of damage, or at least it used to, or I'm not sure if it does because I haven't played it for a while. So I'm glad that they fixed that as well as reducing the fines. They've also changed that high repair cost, I suppose. So that's good to see. I'm still struggling for money now though, even though I got 2 garages, which I might actually sell. Oh, no. I was gonna say I might sell one of them. No, I'm not. And the reason for that is it's good to have garages all over the, you know, everywhere, because then you can fast travel to them. So let's say there's a job I really want in one point of the country, and I'm at the other point. Instead of having to drive there, I can just simply fast travel. Now, whether or not, I think it costs money because it always does that. Yeah, there's that money thing every time I fast travel. But the point I'm trying to make is, at least there is some element of fast traveling around, even though you have to pay for it, I suppose, by buying the garages. It's better than nothing, I guess. So that's why I should keep it around, just in case. I think I bought it because I saw it and I had the money. But I've done that one too many times. Because I've done that for the trucks as well. Now it's 55 now. Time to step on it. And look where I am with them now. I need to buy another truck, but of course I don't have the money anyways. So I guess that's why the trade-in is there, thinking about it now. The reason I can't buy any, because I don't have enough to buy, so I have to trade in and then put some of my money in. Which still wouldn't work because I still don't have the money to buy it, but that would make a lot more sense. So what I'm going to try and do is, I think it costs about 140 something thousand for a decent truck. Or even the cheapest one. Let's say it's gonna cost 100,000 for whatever cheapest truck it is. I'll have to double check those prices. If I buy the cheapest one, just, you know, for a starter. Oh, I'm doing 70, of course. That's another $520 speeding offense. No, it is not worth it. Going over the speed limit. Let's just give it twitch and a break. Oh well. So that's gonna be my next goal. I'm thinking about incomes and outcomes right now, because I got 2 garages. They're both gonna cost me money to keep, and I think it's about 7 grand a month. Which, considering I make about 50 grand a month, that's not too bad right now, but again, it's 2 of them. And that money is not because I'm paying rent or anything like that, it's maintenance costs more than anything. Just an FYI. And then I have the driver, but I only pay the driver, you know, per job. Gets split. Well, I wouldn't say evenly or halfway, but there's a split there, so she's gonna get some money, so will I. And then there's the cost of another truck, which there's a slight maintenance cost. So I really should invest into a truck, just to make that other driver be worth some money. So probably at some point in time, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't want to have to take a loan, and I would need at least 15 jobs to be able to afford a decent truck, which is not the best thing ever. So, because if I were to just get a new truck right now, that'd be it. I'll just get a new truck and that's it. If I were to take a loan to get said new truck, that'd be something else. Because then I would have to pay that back with interest at a rate that I'm not too sure if I can do it. Or do it properly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what loans are available and what prices of trucks are around. Going at a constant speed is not too fun. But that's my plan though, for expansion. Then I'd like to have about all the trucks actually, so I could switch between them. But this one is the best one, so by far. So I don't know if I would like to go back to any others. Thinking about it. They really need to add more trucks to the game. Akira trucks got quite a decent variety of trucks, but there's one that's the best of all, and then that's it. I'm gonna see if I can find some mods for this. That would be cool. I need to step on it a little bit more. Let me try something. So I'm putting that mini-map, but the difference between that up top and mine is it tells me an ETA, which is estimated time of arrival. Oh, bad idea to start speeding up when there's police nearby. And it tells me that I'm 203 miles away, or 5 hours in-game, and that's what that GPS is missing out. It's telling me that. That's the only reason I put it on anyways. Looking at this is telling me the time, trip economy, water temperature and oil temperature. Not that I care too much about it, because there's not much I can do to control those, I suppose. Here's the fuel, 61 gallons, which equals 290 miles at 60 gallons. So if I go to the map, it's saying 180 miles. So I have enough fuel to do this, but sooner or later I'm gonna have to refuel, and that's another cost added to the trucks that I completely forgot to fuel. So the more trucks I have, obviously the more fuel they're gonna require, regular maintenance, upgrades. Because having one, I don't think too much about it. I mean, I just upgraded this one to the maximum and that's it. You know, I'm golden. Don't need to touch it anymore for the foreseeable future. Plus, the servicing is not that high anyways. And the fuel, although I do have real fuel consumption box ticked on, you know. Because I think the difference between that is if you don't have it on, it doesn't consume as much as fast. If you do have it on it, then it consumes a lot faster. So you're gonna have to do more regular trips to the petrol station. I'm gonna step on it a little bit. Because if I was going a lot faster, it'd be a lot better. Now, going back to, again, Euro Truck Simulator. The difference between the way it works is you have speed cameras, and that's how it works in Europe in general. You don't have police patrols with the you know, with the handheld speed traps. You have speed cameras, and what they do is obviously they take pictures and then you get sent a bill So the way we get away with it in Euro Truck is every time, because obviously you have symbols telling you, yeah, there's speed cameras here, so you should kind of, you know, stay within the speed limits, otherwise you'll get caught doing it, and that's how you get, generally that's how you get fined. So the way we get away with it is every time there's not that symbol, you run out of fuel. That's not what it said, is it? 44 gallons. Okay, I have 200 more miles with this type of fuel. Okay, I gotta pull in for inspection and weigh in here, and I really need to refuel sooner than I anticipated, because I was thinking I would need to refuel this soon. Really? Alright. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I'm a teeny bitty concerned about fuel now. So as soon as there's gotta be another station within 200 miles, because that's all I have to go on with this tank. I just passed by one not too long ago, but I kind of ignored it. So hopefully there's gonna be another one close by. I think there is. Yes, there is. It's right there, right up front. So I'm gonna have to go on it. And just in time, luckily. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. There you go. I think this is the first time I've refueled this on camera as well. That's so many trips I've done. Okay, so I gotta stop the engine. Let's put the parking brake on. Diesel price $2.02 per gallon. Well, that's daylight robbery. See how many gallons I'm gonna fill this in. It's already in $400. This is to give me an idea how much a truck would cost. 262 gallons and came up to $741. So, with that being said, 299 gallons that I have now total. So this is a 300 gallon truck, and that does 1,432 miles. Okay, that's just to have a perspective. That's just to put it in perspective how much gallon to fuel ratio you can do. Not bad at all. Does have some decent fuel consumption. Alright, merging in. So far so good. Four gear and then that's it. So I'm gonna have to take this exit to the right of me and then turn left. Of course the car in front of me is gonna also take this exit and then stop up there for no apparent reason. Yeah, even though there's no traffic, he's just stopping there. And of course, as soon as I go up here, I gotta turn right. Not too sudden. Make it wide. That's it. Alright, it's 55 here. So as soon as we finish this job, I'm gonna have a look about getting a loan and buying another truck. Hopefully that's gonna be a wise business decision. gonna speed a little bit here. There's nobody on site anyways. Up until a random find just shows up. Because you never know here. You never know. There's no clever ways of avoiding it. Sometimes you're just gonna get a fine regardless. Let's not go over too much the limit. Hello, police officer. I just decelerated just on time before he actually noticed. So I'm good. No, there's the end anyways. Let's not make this one too long. Okay, this one is now 40. The 40 zone. Let's see what the parking is like on this place. I want to make this corner quite wide. Alright, let's have a look. This is 90, so it's gonna be tricky. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna play it safe. Just get 15. Not too greedy over it. Straighten this up now. Oh, went a bit too high. What the heck? Thank you. That's it. Disconnecting trailer. And 2.5% damage penalty, which I wasn't aware of. And that took quite a bit of money though, but I'm nearly back at 20 grand. So let's go to the bank and see how much. $10,000 for $360 a day, 50,000 or 100,000. So I could do 100,000 and then that will make me have 119,000. Let's go visit some truck dealers and see. Peter Litz. Visit selected dealer. Okay, so how much is that? 116. No, that's trade-in value. 118. So I would literally have enough money to buy it. This one, which is the shittiest truck you can have, but it's also the cheapest, and I would just have barely enough amount to get it. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably regret this decision, but I'm gonna do that. 56 days, interest rate 18%. That's extremely high, and I still have a 23% interest rate to pay on this 10 grand loan that I took apparently. Why did I just take 10 grand? I don't know, but I did. 119,000. Let's go back to truck dealers. Peter Litz, visit selected truck dealer. Yes, purchase. That's why I couldn't purchase before, and I could just trade in and didn't have enough money, and I didn't know any better to know about it. So the Bakersfield, and I want this driver to have it. Thank you for purchasing your new truck. Blah blah blah. We'll take it to your garage straight away. That's my new shitty truck. Can I just skip this? Why am I driving it? I don't know why I'm driving. Oh, did I put my fancy truck on that garage? I think I did. Oh, that's not good. I definitely, yeah, I did. I definitely don't want her to drive it. Drive it. Definitely want to drive it. That's my truck. I'll drive that. So did my old truck go back to that Bakersfield? No. Oh yeah, it did. It did. So I switched it with her. Okay. So she's resting now, and the truck is idle. and whenever the driver is comfortable, she'll start driving it, and hopefully it's gonna be worth the investment. If not, I got $800. So if I get a speeding ticket, I'll be in the negatives. But oh well, hopefully it will go.